of the individual, even in the face of the biggest military on earth at one end and the Indians at the other.
That's a good point. I never thought about it quite that way.
He said, and we will stand on our own 2 feet, and if we must, we will die on our feet rather than live on our knees.
And that's what they want us to do today. The Democrat Party, in particular, wants us to live on our knees, begging them for everything. Why do you think they are want so bad for the numbers to increase in the China virus?
Oh, wait. Actually, they report that as a bad thing. How else do we reach herd immunity? And what is that mask slowing down?
Nothing.
Herd immunity.
Well, separating us by 6 feet definitely is.
0.6% mortality rate. Out of all of the military, you know how many people have died? 7.
7 deaths.
That lets me know that healthy people really aren't going to die from this.
But they got everybody convinced that you, Seth, just because you're big and you're healthy and you're strong, and you got to be careful and wear your mask and stay 6 foot so you don't give it to grandma.
If people do not get this en masse, then it never ends, y'all. Do you want this over? Take the mask off.
But see, they don't want it to end.
I know.
Understand they're using the China virus to enslave us.
And they should be reporting that number of people, of cases that have it. Now, that doesn't mean you're sick, y'all. No. It doesn't mean that you even feel bad. It means that it can be detected, which means you could never know you. And most people don't know they have this. The higher that number goes, the closer we are to having this thing done.
Did you know that in every age group of the regular flu, any of them, you name them, swine flu, any of them, the regular flus, in every age group except the 70 and older, more people die of influenza than die of the China virus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you get to that bottom ring, that 70s and older, it goes up slightly more than influenza, but only slightly more. And they got us running scared and wearing masks and staying 6 feet apart and can't gather anymore. Why?
I'm going to tell you right now, when our churches shut down, that was probably the biggest sign that the enemy could use or could see that they had power. Let's not ever do that again.
No. No more shutdowns.
The freedom of the press was the freedom of your church. That is the freedom of religion. It's not the freedom of the media to lie to you. It literally, one of our founding principles was that we were able to have our own religion and worship any way we please. At any time. If it was the Ebola virus, I wouldn't act like that, y'all.
And we don't, listen, they've now proven that more people have died as a result of the shutdown than have died from coronavirus.
To live your life in fear is to deny your maker and that he has a plan for you after this.
And remember, the maker's son who came and visited us here on this earth in John chapter 8, verse 32 said, "You'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Well, the only way we're going to maintain our freedom in America is if you not only listen to people like Seth and myself, you've got to share this with other people. Let them know. You can listen to this again anytime you want by podcast by going to www.nhc19.podbean.com. That's nhc19.podbean.com.
Would Jesus be hiding from a virus?
I can't help when you said that think about the apostles in the book of Acts. This is Luke writing about what happened after Jesus was ascended into heaven. He died, yeah, but he ascended. He was resurrected. But it was interesting because the Sanhedrin, which was the most powerful Jewish leaders in the world, told them, "You will not use the name of Jesus. You will not heal in the name of Jesus. You will stop preaching and teaching this." And the next morning, and they locked them up that night in prison. Well, God let them out of prison. because the guards were still standing on duty. Said nobody left. The doors have not been opened. And they said, well, where are the prisoners? And they looked, there was none of them in there. And then somebody come in and says, y'all, they didn't run and hide in the hills. They didn't run for their lives scared. They were at the synagogue preaching and teaching in the name of Jesus Christ. That's how we've got to become as Americans.
The righteous are bold as a lion.
That's it.
That's it, y'all. Let's act like there is, like you really believe this, that you're going to get promoted when this is over. There's nothing to be afraid of.
And there's no greater honor on earth than to die because you believe in what you're dying for. That's why America's a free nation. We don't fight because somebody's pointing a gun at us and making us fight. We fight because we fight for freedom.
Because there's something to live for.
Yep.
Not something to run from.
Well, check us out at NH Europe Shopping, Killing Herbs and More in Athens, or call us at 800-745-4408. That number again is 800-745-4408. And be sure you get your free CD on MSM plus C and healing, or heart, or silica answer, or the cell power answer. We got so many of them. They're free. Just choose and we'll send them to you. If you call us at 800-745-4408, even if you don't live here, we'll mail you those CDs for free. We even pay the shipping. Until next time, may God bless all of you with abundant health.